Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 17th and 18th of March 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, what is the theme of International Day of Action for Rivers 2024? So it is celebrated annually on 14th of March, and this year the theme is Water for All, and this theme highlights the universal access to the clean water. It originated from the 1997 first international meeting of people impacted by the dams in Brazil, and experts from 20 nations then declared 14th March as the day of action for the rivers. Okay, basic aim is to combat the degradation of ecologically sensitive water bodies, rivers and watershed. Okay, two things are important. When do we observe International Day of Action for the rivers? Answer is 14th of March. And this year, what is the theme? Answer is Water for All. Okay, now let's see some of the important days and themes. Which day is celebrated as International Day of Mathematics every year? First of all, this day is also known as Pi Day. Okay, and it is celebrated annually on 14th of March to honor the mathematical constant pi, whose value is approximately 3.14. Okay, so it was originated in 1988 and it gained official recognition in the year 2009 by the US House of Representatives and UNESCO in the year 2019. So this day acknowledges the importance of mathematics globally. So when do we observe International Day of Mathematics? Answer is 14th of March. Which day is celebrated as CISF Raising Day every year? Here answer would be 10th of March. And what is CISF? Central Industrial Security Force. Which day is celebrated as the Jan Aushadhi Day every year? We celebrate this day on 7th of March. Which day is observed as the National Safety Day in India? Answer is 4th of March. Which day is celebrated as the World Wildlife Day? Your answer would be 3rd of March. And which day is celebrated as International Mother Language Day? Here answer would be 21st of February. Okay. Next question is, recently the naval forces of which three countries launched a joint exercise near the Gulf of Oman? So the naval forces of China, Iran and Russia recently launched a joint exercise called as the Maritime Security Belt 2024 near the Gulf of Oman, and this exercise started on 11th of March and retained till 15th of March. It is the 5th common military exercise between the three countries in the recent years, right? Basic aim is to safeguard the regional maritime security and strengthen the maritime cooperation. This exercise is organized in three phases basically. First is the harbor phase, second is the sea phase, and the third one is summarize. Okay, so the exercise focuses on anti-piracy and search and rescue training courses, and it includes the participation of the Russian warships and aviation. Fine. So the naval forces of three countries that recently participated in a joint exercise near the Gulf of Oman are China, Iran and Russia. Now here our keyword is country. And now let's have a look at some of the international current affairs. First is, Pancheshwar Multipurpose Project, sometimes seen in the news, is a binational hydropower project between which two countries? So it is a project between India and Nepal. Recently, which countries have been declared as the guest of honor at the 2024 World Government Summit in Dubai? First of all, what is the venue for this year's World Government Summit? Answer is Dubai. And which countries were the guest of honor at this event? Three countries were there. First is India, second is Qatar, and the third one is Turkey. Okay. Recently, which five countries officially joined the BRICS group? These five countries are, first is Saudi Arabia, second is Egypt, the third one is UAE, fourth is Iran, and the fifth one is Ethiopia. Okay. Already which countries are there in the BRICS? Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Which three countries recently announced their withdrawal from the Economic Community of the West African States? These three countries are Burkina Faso, second is Mali, and the third one is Niger. Blue line term recently seen in the news. serves as the boundary between which of the following two countries? So this line term serves as the boundary between Lebanon and Israel. Fine. Recently, which institution has signed a $181 million loan agreement with the Government of India for improving urban liability and mobility of the Ahmedabad city? Here answer would be Asian Development Bank. The headquarters lies in Philippines, and the Government of India secured a $181 million loan from the Asian Development Bank so as to enhance the urban livability and mobility in Ahmedabad's peri-urban areas, and the project aims to benefit the urban poor, women and the migrant workers through improved infrastructure and services. Okay, so key components include, for example, water distribution networks, stormwater drainage, sewerage system, sewage treatment plants, and the junction improvements. Fine. So ADB's support will strengthen the urban planning actually, and also it would enhance the climate resilience and capacity building while promoting environmental safeguards and gender equality. Right. Here answer is Asian Development Bank. Headquarters lies in Philippines. The headquarters of World Bank lies in Washington DC. The headquarters of IMF lies in Washington DC, and the headquarters of SIDBI lies in Lucknow, UP. Fine. Now let's have a look at some of the important cities that came into news for some reason. Recently, which state government has signed Memorandum of Understandings with NTPC, CIL, NLC India and SJVN for 28.5 gigawatt of solar power capacity and green hydrogen production. So this state is Rajasthan. It has signed these MOUs for this much capacity of solar power plant and green hydrogen production. Recently, which city of Maharashtra launched the India's first city-specific zero carbon buildings action plan? Here answer is Nagpur. Okay, Nagpur is the very first city of Maharashtra to launch India's first city-specific zero carbon buildings action plan. Vikramaditya Vedic clock recently mentioned in the news is located in which Indian city? This clock lies in Ujjain in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Dakshin Bharat Sanskritik Kendra recently seen in the news was established in which city of India? So Dakshin Bharat Sanskritik Kendra lies in Hyderabad. Recently, which city announced free bus travel for the transgender community? Here answer would be Delhi. Okay, Delhi has announced the free bus travel for the transgender community. Recently, which city of UP received the Centre's Water Warrior Award? The Water Warrior Award has been presented to the Noida city of UP. Okay. PM Suraj portal recently seen in the news is implemented by which ministry? So Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the PM Suraj portal, where Suraj stands for Samajik Utthan Evam Rozgar Adharit Jan Kalyan. Okay. So this portal is overseen by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and it targets the marginalized groups like scheduled caste, backward classes and sanitation workers. So it offers the credit assistance nationwide, and the eligible individuals can access the support through banks, NBFCs and other entities, fostering the socio-economic upliftment. Right. So PM Suraj portal is associated with Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. What is the full form of Suraj? It stands for Samajik Utthan Evam Rozgar Adharit Jan Kalyan. Fine. Now let's see some important ministries that came into news. First is Prasar Bharati shared audio visuals for broadcast and dissemination is recently launched by which particular ministry? Here answer would be Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. They have introduced Prasar Bharati shared audio visuals for broadcast and dissemination along with the revamped websites for the DD News and Akash Vani News, alongside an updated news on air mobile application. So it is a news sharing service by Prasar Bharati which offers daily news feeds in video, audio, text, photo and more formats in across 50 categories, and this service is free for the first year, and basic aim is to provide news stories in major Indian languages, which would actually enhance the access to the diverse media content. Right. Electric Mobility Promotion Scheme 2024 recently seen in the news is introduced by which ministry? Here answer is Ministry of Heavy Industries. Okay. So they have announced the Electric Mobility Promotion Scheme in March so as to encourage the adoption of electric vehicles in the country. So this scheme will run from April 2024 up to July 2024 with a total outlay of 500 crore rupees. And the scheme will support the purchase of two-wheelers and three-wheelers, and this scheme will provide a subsidy of 10,000 rupees for two-wheelers and 25,000 rupees for the small three-wheelers, and the subsidies will be eligible for electric 2, 3 and 4-wheelers sold until 31st of March 2024 or until the time funds are available, whichever is earlier. Okay, here answer is Ministry of Heavy Industries. Recently, Ministry of Earth Sciences inaugurated the first phase of atmospheric research test bed in central India in which Indian state? Here answer is Madhya Pradesh. Recently, which ministry inaugurated the credit assistance program for Jan Aushadhi Kendras? Answer would be Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Poshan Pakhwada, recently seen in the news, is organized by which ministry? Poshan Pakhwada has been organized by Ministry of Women and Child Development. Who's our minister for it? Smriti Irani. Okay. Recently, where was the 54th session of the Codex Committee on Food Hygiene held? So the 54th session of the Codex Committee on Food Hygiene took place from 11th to 15th of March 2024 in Nairobi in the country Kenya. Okay, so the US government hosted the event, which was the first CCFH meeting there in Kenya, and at the session India presented its recently released standard operating procedure for modernization of the food streets. So it was presented along the lines of the proposed draft guidelines for the food hygiene control measures in traditional markets for the food. Okay, so what is the venue for the 54th session of the Codex Committee on Food Hygiene? Here answer would be B option, Nairobi, Kenya. Now let's see some host related current affairs. Recently, where was the 12th edition of India-Italy Military Cooperation Group meeting held? So the 12th edition of the India-Italy Military Cooperation Group meeting took place in New Delhi on 12th and 13th of March, and this meeting focuses on new initiatives so as to enhance the defense cooperation and military to military exchange between the two countries. Both the sides expressed satisfaction with the proposed new initiatives. Fine, answer is New Delhi. Recently, where was the Bharat Shakti military exercise held? This exercise took place in Pokhran in the state of Rajasthan. Recently, where was the 13th Ministerial Conference of the World Trade Organization held? Answer is Abu Dhabi. Where was the 16th World Social Forum 2024 meeting held? It took place in Kathmandu. Okay. Where was the first ever Digital India Future Skills Summit held? Answer is Guwahati in the state of Assam. Fine. Where was the 67th All India Police Duty Meet held? Answer is Lucknow. Fine. Next is Aghana Shini estuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? Actually, a group of conservationists have called for the establishment of this Aghashni Ramsar Wetland Conservation Authority so as to help with the wise use of natural resources at the estuary. Okay, and it lies in the state of Karnataka. Basically, it merges with the Arabian Sea as well, and that's why it is a biodiversity hotspot. Recently, it has been honored as the Ramsar Sites under the Ramsar Convention, and it is renowned for its productivity and ecological richness. Basically, setting up a conservation authority is crucial for safeguarding this vital coastal ecosystem in the state of Karnataka, right? So this estuary lies in Karnataka state. Now let's see some of the important locations that we have to remember. First is Bhojshala temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This temple lies in Madhya Pradesh. Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This wildlife sanctuary lies in Assam state. Perum Bakkam wetland, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? This wetland lies in Tamil Nadu. Sabroom land port, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Tripura. Okay. Kulasekara Pattinam spaceport, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Tamil Nadu, and now it would be used for small launches like launching the nanosatellites, while Satish Dhawan Space Center would be used for the big launches. Jim Corbett National Park, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Uttarakhand state. Fine. Vocal for Local initiative, recently seen in the news, is launched by which one of the following? So correct answer is option number C, that is Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog launched the Vocal for Local initiative so as to foster the self-reliance and sustainable growth. So under the Aspirational Blocks program, it promotes local products from 500 blocks through the Akanksha brand. Okay, and Akanksha serves as an umbrella brand which facilitates international market access, and this initiative includes a dedicated window on the government e-marketplace portal for these products. Partners offer support for the e-commerce, linkages, literacy, certification and skill enhancement so as to promote the local entrepreneurship. Okay, so Vocal for Local initiative has been launched by Niti Aayog. Let's talk about some of the important initiatives that came into news. Shri Research Network in India initiative, recently seen in the news, is introduced by which organization? This initiative is a part of UGC, University Grants Commission. School Child Health Program, recently seen in the news, is a joint initiative of which ministries? This program is a joint initiative of two ministries basically. First is Ministry of Education and the second one is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Recently, which state government has launched an initiative to support the young entrepreneurs called as MYuva scheme. This scheme has been launched in UP. Bagless School initiative, recently seen in the news, is introduced by which Indian state? This initiative has been launched by Madhya Pradesh state so as to reduce the burden of the bags on the students in their schools. Okay. Arogya Doctors on Wheels, recently seen in the news, is an initiative of which state or the Union Territory? It is the initiative of Jammu and Kashmir. What is the rank of India in the Gender Inequality Index 2022 released by the United Nations Development Programme? Here correct answer is 108, that is C option. Actually, United Nations Development Programme releases the Gender Inequality Index in their Human Development Report. Okay, and the edition for 2022 was released recently on 13th of March, which shows that India has improved its ranking by 14th position from 2021 up to 2022. So India's rank is 108 out of 193 countries with a score of 0.437, and this index measures the gender inequalities based on three aspects of human development, including the reproductive health. So this index ranges from 0, where women and men fare equally, to 1, where one gender faces as poorly as possible in all measured dimensions. Fine. So India's rank in Gender Inequality Index is 108 out of 193 countries. Let's talk about some of the important rankings and the indices. According to the CIPRI report, which country ranked as the world's leading arms importer from 2019 to 2023? As per the CIPRI report, India ranks as the world's leading importer for arms in this time period. What is the rank of India in the World Bank's Women Business and Law Index? Here answer is 113. Which body releases Women Business and Law Index? Answer is World Bank. What is the rank of India in the Global Intellectual Property Index 2024? Answer is 42. And which are the top 3 countries? The first is US, second is UK, the third is France, fourth is Germany and fifth is Sweden. Okay, these are the top 5 countries under the Global Intellectual Property Index for the year 2024. What was India's ranking in the Global Cybercrime Report for 2023? Here answer is 80. Okay. What is the rank of India in the Henley Passport Index 2024? India's ranking in the Henley Passport Index this year is 85. Can you tell me which countries were at the topmost position in this year's Henley Passport Index? Please write your answer in the comment section if you remember. Recently, who has been appointed as the chairman of the Central Board of Secondary Education? Central government has appointed Mr. Rahul Singh as the chairman of the CBSE, and he is a 1996 batch IAS officer, and he has replaced Nidhi Chibar, who was recently appointed as the advisor in Niti Aayog. Okay, CBSE is India's national secondary school board which oversees both public and the private institutions. Fine. So who is now the new chairman of CBSE? Answer would be Mr. Rahul Singh. Now let's see some of the recent appointments. Recently, who has been appointed as the chairman of the National Commission for the Scheduled Caste? Here answer is Kishore Makwana. Okay, he is the new chairman of the NCSC. Who has taken over the new chairman of Tourism Industry Grouping Federation of Associations in Indian Tourism and Hospitality? This is Puneet Chatwal. Fine. Recently, who has been appointed as the new CEO of the World Gold Council for India? Answer is Mr. Sachin Jain. Who is the current CEO of the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center? Answer is Mr. Rajesh Kumar. Okay. Recently, who has been appointed as the new Lokayukt of Madhya Pradesh? Answer is Mr. Satyendra Kumar Singh. Fine. These are some of the important questions regarding the recent appointments. Last question is, Global Methane Tracker 2024 recently seen in the news is released by which one of the following? So this tracker is released by International Energy Agency, and recently it reveals the persistent high methane emissions from the fossil fuels despite deep efforts. So it aims to reduce the methane emissions in across the energy sector through the Global Methane Pledge, and methane is more potent than carbon dioxide in trapping the heat, and it contributes to 30% of the global temperature rise. So the 2024 tracker provides country level estimates which highlights the natural sources contributing 40% and the human activities, primarily agriculture and the energy sectors, which contributes to nearly 60%. Fine. So Global Methane Tracker is released by International Energy Agency. Now let's see some of the important reports that came into news. According to the recent release CEEW's report, which of the following states have been placed on the top position in terms of water management? There are 3 states that were placed on the topmost position in terms of water management. First is Haryana, second is Karnataka, and third one is Punjab. According to the status of leopards in India 2022 report, which state has the largest population of leopards? This is Madhya Pradesh state. Grow Reporting Portal recently seen in the news is launched by which one of the following? Grow Reporting Portal has been released by Niti Aayog. What is the full form of GROW? It stands for Greening and Restoration of Waste Land with Agroforestry. Recently, who released the report titled as LNG as a Transportation Fuel in Medium and Heavy Commercial Vehicles? This is the Niti Aayog along with Netherlands Embassy. Electricity 2024 report recently seen in the news is released by which organization? This report has been released by International Energy Agency. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Sana signing off.